All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Buzz. I'm your host, Michael. I'm joined by Bria and Mr. P. How is everyone? Good morning.
Good morning.
Good,
Good morning
good.
to the both of you.
We're all feeling well today. We had a
Yeah,
nice
decent
long
weather.
break. Last few days have been beautiful.
Beautiful.
50 degrees, that spring weather. So hopefully
Hopefully it stays like that for the whole week. 'Cause I'm tired
I
of
don't
the
know about that.
snow.
We're going to check into our weather center later. It doesn't look too good. But today, we're going to be talking about, we're going to give you what's up to speed with the turmoil that's going on in the Ukraine. And we're going to talk about LeBron's injury. But first, I want to talk about the Ukraine. Uncertainty reigns in a divided Ukraine. The turmoil in Ukraine has swept aside its president, brought about the release of a prominent opposition leader, and raised fears the country could break apart. After the bloodshed in the streets of Kiev last week, the deadliest violence Ukraine has suffered since its independence 22 years ago, the political twists and turns came thick and fast over the weekend. As a new week begins, uncertainty has taken a hold in the divided nations as the Ukraine tries to reshape its political landscape. An arrest warrant has been issued for ousted President Viktor Yanukovych over the killings of civilians, a government official said Monday, but its officials do not know where he is. So there's a warrant out for his arrest, but they have no idea where he is. Who's in charge? Well, it depends on whom you ask. The parliament voted to oust Yanukovych, a key demand of protesters. It appointed seasoned lawmakers Oleksandr Turkhanov as a new speaker who will take on Yanukovych's duties until new elections in May. So we have a temporary leader there. Turkhanov, a longtime ally of opposition leader Yulia Sayonenko, has promised a new interim government by Tuesday. It said, "We have a legitimate source of authority in Kiev, which is democratically elected parliament and a democratically constitutionally elected speaker of parliament who was acting president, Polish foreign minister Sierakowski, who helped broker peace deal between the government and the opposition," said. So what we see here is an interim government. It says it doesn't look like they'll be holding elections until May, which is interesting. But they still do not know where the previous president is. There's a warrant out for his arrest, so it's really
That's
just
crazy.
a matter of time before they find him.
Very chaotic situation. Hopefully it will stabilize.
So when
You
did
know
he
what
go
this
missing
war
again?
is about, don't you?
Did he go missing again?
Do you know what the issues are?
Yeah. It seemed that Putin was trying to get Ukraine to kind of become more Russian, and kind of
The battle between the West and the East.
right.
It's a battle between Russia and
Right, and Putin had a hand there.
Right.
He's trying to get Ukraine to move towards, the Russian ways. Try to make a little
Well,
Soviet
he doesn't
Union
want to
again.
lose them. He does not want to
Absolutely.
lose them.
But it's interesting because he said during the Olympic Games, when asked about what's going on in the Ukraine, what do you think? He says, "I have no time to see that right now."
Right.
So at that point he was interested solely, in how his nation looked, which was obviously the host of the 2014 Winter Olympics, which are over. The U.S.
Thank God.
Yes, thank goodness the U.S. Took second.
Yes.
That's all right. But I just felt like a lot was lost with this Olympics. Not too many people watched. We spoke about this.
But it's the Winter
as a class.
Olympics. I
I mean, yeah, citizens of the United States don't have much to relate to. We don't have bobsleds in our backyards. What we have is we have stickball. We have basketball. More sports you can just get a ball and go. Not too many people are going to go play biathlon, do the biathlon. So very interesting. Bria, what's going on with LeBron's injury?
Well, I was just reading about it.
This comes at a bad time, huh?
Bad time. Well, the news is LeBron James injury updates on Miami Heat stars news in return. The news article.
Right.
They're tweeting like crazy.
Yeah.
They're saying like Joseph Goodman of Miami Herald has the latest on LeBron James' status of Sunday's game versus Chicago Bulls. LeBron will not be playing against the Bulls. Ethan Jay of Bleacher Report provided some context of Eric Spoelstra on the decision to sit James and had more information on his recovery.
Did he break
Hopefully
his
he'll
nose?
get better, so he could start playing again.
Right, right. Now,
I mean,
do we know what the injury exactly was?
I think he
It
broke
said
his nose.
he just had a broken nose.
Broken nose, huh?
Broken
That's a
nose.
big deal. I mean, that's certainly not a fun thing, you know?
Well, especially when you're playing a physical
Right, right.
sport like basketball where you're always getting bumped into.
Right, will he come back, a little more cautious? That's the
Oh,
real
sure.
question. Well, we had a short show today. We heard the bell. That'll do it for today, guys. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to the Morning Buzz. I was your host, Michael, joined by Bria and Mr. P, and we'll see you next time.